at Trinitee. I am an actress, singer, recording artist, and soon to become a fashion designer. I want to share the journey of a few kids who are learning to be future fashion designers. Since we're all kids, we each had to get some guidance from an adult mentor. Miss Nicole Butler took kids under her wing to teach the basics of fashion designing. She taught step by step how to create and bring original ideas to reality. A few young girls started this amazing adventure because they wanted to explore the wonderful world of fashion. Watch now as we share the journey of the designer kids.
What made me want to get into fashion design was I noticed that there were trends going on, and I was more of a trendsetter than one that was like following the trends. So I decided, okay, I don't really like these clothes, I can make my own clothes.
When I was little, I liked watching red carpet shows and fashion shows, and then every time I would see like the models walk down the runway, or I'd see the celebrities wearing the costumes and the outfits, and they'd always say like Ralph Lauren or Gucci or things like that, and I just wanted to, see how they designed that. I wanted to make my own and have my own creation that I could wear, and I just thought it was really cool.
I wanted to get into this fashion program because I wanted so badly to learn how to sew, and because I didn't want to pay for all my favorite stores just to get really, really cute clothes. And I thought this would be a great chance for me to design my own styles, and who knows, maybe I'll be a hit, popular person.
What made me get into fashion design was because I love art.
I knew somewhere deep down inside it was not going to be easy making the clothes and everything, but designing it was the process was pretty easy. All I had to do was put what was in my head onto a piece of paper.
Well, I thought it would be fun because I love to design, so I didn't know it would be easy, of course, but I thought it would be a bit challenging. I mean, kind of was, cutting and sewing, and I pricked myself a lot, but it was super fun.
Well, I didn't really know if it was going to be easy or not because I've really never, ever designed or even drew or even spilled my whole entire imaginary guts out to just design my clothes that I thought were going to be to design clothes. But I didn't know if it was going to be easy or not because I've never done it.
No, I didn't think it would be easy designing my own clothes because you have to sew it, cut it, pin it, and do everything all by yourself. And it's hard.
Miss Nicole took a few kids on a tour to visit a local fashion design school. The girls were able to see what courses were offered. This would be good if they decided to learn more about fashion design after high school.
My experience with choosing fabrics was amazing. That's one of my favorite parts of the whole designing process. When you imagine a design, you imagine it the way you want it, the measurements, the colors, the type of clothing, that's what it is. Then when you get down to the fashion district, it's like, oh wait, I like that pattern. Oh wait, I like that pattern. And your mind starts to shift a little and wheels start turning, and then you start thinking, okay, maybe I want to try this.
I got my design!
We went to a bunch of shops, but I couldn't really find the right pink because all of mine were super pink, but I didn't want them all matchy, and I didn't really have, I had an idea, but when I got there, I kind of changed things up a little bit. So it was really fun. I mean, I got to look around and buy the fabrics myself and go to the front and everything and tell them how much to cut, and it was really fun, and it was a good experience. It was a great experience choosing my fabric at downtown LA because it was amazing, and I saw a lot of amazing fabrics. I got dog print fabrics and blue fabric and a blue flower fabric. So that inspired me to make the dresses. Look how they look. I really had a really great experience finding the fabrics that I want.
Like went in a circle, and I just looked everywhere, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many fabrics I want to get. And like I found this like ruffly one, and I found this one that I thought was cute, but then again I had to get the one that had to match my style. Well, I kind of knew that I wanted it black and gold because I knew that, and stretchy, because if it wasn't stretchy, then you're gonna have a pretty tight dress. Well, I found all the fabrics I wanted. Like, of course, I loved the one that was the middle design because I gotta show my belly. And that's like the best part because like my mom never lets me show my belly in public, of course.
Now that the kids have selected their fabrics for their designs, they are now ready to move on to the next step. On the next show, you will get to hear the kids talking about their original ideas. Toot-toot. Hi, my name is Trinitee. On last week's show, you got a chance to hear some of the kids talking about how they began being interested in fashion designs. They also shared their experience of selecting fabrics for their designs. Dun, 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 dun. And now, let's hear their ideas and let's see the challenges they had to face.
So, right now I have my tutu design that I can't wait to design. I've got a nice rose patterned pink, love pink, and the pink and blue and everything. And my blue and pink fishnet to go, mismatched at the bottom. Gonna have a little bow there, knee highs, and then the fabric. I really like it. It's like a 3D pop out pattern, so it's very soft. Yeah.
I like this fabric because I like flowers and I like dresses and I like to be creative.
I chose this fabric for my second piece because it's floral and I really wanted a summery kind of dress. So I chose this because it has lots of different colors that are vibrant and bright, and but it still has that classic kind of thing with the white and the black surrounding the flowers.
It's going to be a dress and then leggings, and then it's going to have painted on chains, and it's going to be elastic on the bottom and top, and because if you don't have it elastic on the bottom and top, it would fall right off because, this is a kid's fashion show. You need something to stay up when it's a strapless dress and pants.
Well, pinning and cutting the fabric. So in the beginning, I had a lot of trouble cutting. I couldn't cut that well, but it all worked out in the end. And pinning. I pricked myself a lot, and I was really scared of the pins, and every time I'd have to take them out, somehow I would just prick myself, and I'd prick my fingers, but it was a pretty fun experience, and still I laugh at it that I pricked myself so much, and I was so scared of it. Even going in, I just thought about needles, so yeah.
Oh my word. The pinning part was so horrible because I kept screaming. Well, not screaming, but scared of every single pin I had to touch. She had this box, this tiny square box that was filled with pins. And some of them had their pins sticking up, some of the pins were that way, and she just digged in there and grabbed a pin. And I was like, I could never do that. And then for the cutting, oh my gosh. The first fabric, which was the denim, the stretchy denim, It was so hard to cut.
Pinning and cutting, that was harsh. The pinning, I kept like sticking the table and I didn't know what I was doing. I started to get the hang of it once Nicole helped me get down with it. The cutting, depending on what kind of fabric it is, it's like if it's like one of those softer fabrics, it's harder to cut. But if it's a thicker, it's easier, which I did not get at all. So I was just like messing with my fabrics and it was just crazy.
The pinning and cutting process was really fun, but it could be horrible because you might get stuck. It kept sticking me in the fingers and I kept bleeding, but it's okay, I got a Band-Aid.
Well, I think it was pretty easy because by the time she had showed me a couple of times, I kind of got the hang of it. I mean, the first time I was kind of shaky about it, but after, I think I mastered it. I think I'm pretty good at it now. So it was pretty easy to me, I think.
It's easy to thread the sewing machine. It's not easy to remember the process of threading the sewing machine. I was like, there's these specific steps. Like you have to go in left because if you go in right, it'll twist here. Like it was just different things that was complicated. But once you like look at it, it wasn't hard at all. You just gotta remember the steps.
I know that some sewing machines have like pictures how to thread it, but like it was really hard threading it. First time, because I never did it, well, it was kind of tough. So Nicole had to do like a little and then I had to do the rest. I think I got the hang of it, but you never know. Some pros need to learn some things.
It really was easy threading the sewing machine because Miss Nicole showed me all the steps, so I memorized them, and now it's really easy to know how to do it.
It was fun. I wasn't really like, some people when they first sew, they're thinking, oh my gosh, I can't dip my finger. But like, I wasn't even worried about that. I was just worried like, oh my gosh, I'm finally like making my designs come to life. I can't wait till I finish this piece. And it was just like this. It was fast and easy and I liked it.
When I began to sew, it felt weird because like I've never done it before. I wanted to go so fast and do it lickety-split. But, you know, I was a beginner, and so I had to do it slow. And so when I slowed down, it was much easier. And so it was really fun.
In the beginning, I was kind of scared to sew, once again, the needles. But Miss Nicole gave me a paper to practice on with like a line. So I practiced, and I think I maneuvered it. And I figured that sewing is just like driving because she told me that you just have to move it and go with the flow and not go too fast but not go too slow and just like go with it. So it was really fun, but I think I got the hang of it after a little bit.
When I first started to sew, it scared me because I didn't know if I was supposed to go really fast. Like when you have to put your hands there, you have to watch out for the needles. So when I pressed the pedal, I went really fast and went boom, 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 boom. And I was like, oh my gosh, how do you stop this monster?
Now that was funny. The kids learned to thread a machine, pin, cut, and sew. Seems like pinning was the toughest. Not to mention you have to try not to get stuck by the pins. Stay tuned for our next episode and begin to see the designs actually coming to life. Oops.